Hi. Hello. Welcome. Now, let me say, I'm knackered. Why? Last night, she's going through something right now. She also has bangs. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the pod. We'll talk about it. We've got this whole session to speak about it. But right now, I'm so freaking tired. Here's the thing. And you know what's crazy? Actually, let me do the intro. This is Ayame We Trust. I'm Ayame, and I don't know why, but you trust me. This podcast is available in your ears on a couple of platforms. We're actually trying to work out how to get it on more. And visually on my YouTube, in Ayame We Trust, Ayame.P. You can also find my Instagram and TikTok page, Ayame.P, or again, in Ayame We Trust. Let's get on with it. Now, here's the thing. Whenever I drink now, I'm 27. Whenever I drink now, at the age of 27, and I wake up the next day wanting to throw myself off a cliff, I think, where did it all go wrong? When did this start? Because I remember being 19, 18, 15, because I started early. I was an early drinker. I grew up in the UK. We'd go to the pub from like 12. We'd go to a park with a Glen's vodka. Do you know what I mean? I'd go out the night before, rager. Wouldn't be home sometimes till 6. Drunk as hell, sometimes paralytic. The next day, I'm clocking in for my shift at Nando's. And I don't understand how I used to do it. Because now, I'm not going anywhere. I have to roast a lamb tonight. I'm fucking fuming that I've put that into my diary, that I have to roast a lamb. I'll explain why I'm roasting a lamb. I've got family coming over. I've got one of my favourite aunts. I've got several aunts, you know. So mind your business. One of my favourite aunts has come to visit from Canada. I don't know if I mention I'm half Canadian. I mention it every time. Just shut up. Anyway, one of my favourite aunts, someone's messaging me, leave me alone. One of my favourite aunts has visited me from Canada, and I decided to do, because they celebrate Thanksgiving over there. Don't know why. What is Thanksgiving for? Is it to do with the fact that they raped and pillaged Native Americans? Is that what that is? We'll have to look into it. One of you Americans tell me what it means. Anyway, I'm doing a Thanksgiving. I've got a pecan pie being delivered today, like between the hours of now and... Oh no. Oh no. Between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m, I have a pecan pie being delivered, and I'm currently not home. So if that pecan pie is delivered while I'm not there, Thanksgiving dinner is ruined. Today is the worst day I could have possibly had. And I'll get into it. What was I saying? Oh, I'm roasting a lamb. So I got a lamb shoulder. I'm gonna rub it up with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of butter, a little bit of rosemary. Because I don't really cook very often. I was talking to my dad about this the other day, because he was like, "Do you cook?" And I said, "I can cook. I don't cook," because I actually don't cook very often. I don't really have time nor energy. And I also don't care to cook. You know, there's people that cook. Let's get really comfortable now. In fact, I'm just gonna lean like this. Can you still see me? Let me turn this way. You know, there's people that cook and they like love to cook, and they're like, "Oh, I've got one friend. She just loves to cook. Like, she wants to come over to my house to cook for me." Freaking weird. I'm never like that. And so I don't enjoy cooking very much, so I don't really cook. How did I get onto this? Tonight I'm roasting a lamb. And so I'm quite excited about that, because I haven't ever roasted a lamb. I've made maybe a lamb steak before. Yeah. But I've never roasted a whole lamb. Apparently you've got to slow cook it for about 3 hours for it to be really tender. We're not getting into this. I'm hungover. I feel so sick. I ate a burger in my bed last night. That's how sick I was. But I also got mac and cheese bites, and then I started feeling sick from the burger. But this is the problem I have with myself. We're getting really into it. Last night I went out. I went to a birthday party. Shout out E-Man. Happy birthday. I potentially kissed a girl. We won't talk about it. But last night I went out, got really drunk because we were having rum punches. You know how it gets. And then I had some margaritas. Margarita! And I will open my legs. I didn't. Okay? So how about that? Mind your business. Anyway, I didn't open my legs. No. What was I saying? Oh, I had the margarita. I was drunk. And then I got home, I ordered a burger, chips, and mac and cheese bites. And I thought, what? You know when you're really drunk and you're just like hungover? Not drunk, hungover. You're drunk and you're just like really hungry. I was eating the burger. The burger was making me feel so sick because it was really greasy, and I'm not really good with greasy foods. But I thought to myself, you've got to finish this burger because a cow died for you, first of all, and second of all, protein. So I finished eating the burger, and I felt so sick by the end of it that I didn't eat my mac and cheese bites. I'm gonna burp. Anyway, no, it's gone. It's suppressed. It's a suppressed burp. And what happens to burps when they're suppressed? What was I talking about before this? I'm roasting a lamb. And that's the end of today's show. I will say as well, elephant in the room. Elephant. Last time you saw me, also I haven't shaved my legs nor creamed them, so don't look at them. Last time you saw me, had a pixie cut. I no longer have that pixie cut because it was a wig. Ta-da! And this is, when they say women are witches? Yeah. Yeah, we are. So now I don't have a pixie cut, but I was so just under a spell by the pixie, because the pixie cut came like over my head like here, and I thought, do you know what I need? Bangs. And so I've cut myself, I didn't cut myself bangs. I got my bangs cut. And it's changed my life. But let me tell you something. The bangs are quite difficult to maneuver. I didn't realize they were quite difficult to maneuver. They're not really banging. Well, they're moving the bangs, but they're not like, you have to really work the bangs. I thought, I'd wake up and they're naturally curly, so I'll just wake up and have curly bangs. But my curly gets quite ratty. So every day I have to style my bangs, and the bangs are not banging today. I looked a little bit like a strawberries and cream. Do you know what I mean? But this is, and so now without the bangs, and it's only been 2 days, I look at my hair like parted and I think, what? And now I think I've developed a self-consciousness. But that's not the, and when I had my wig, and here's the thing, I got a lot of compliments about my little pixie cut wig, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I was really going for like Rihanna. Rihanna was my inspiration for the pixie cut. And I thought, I'm going to be Rihanna, I'm going to be edgy, suck that cockiness, lick my persuasion. Why were people telling me I look like Toni Braxton? Why were people telling me I could be pushing 40? And this is the thing. As a woman, I feel as though we go through so much because I really wanted to look like Rihanna. Was it the cut? I thought it looked beautiful. I thought I looked like Rihanna. Some people thought Toni Braxton. But we live to tell the tale. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'm roasting a lamb. I had a kiss yesterday with a girl. We won't talk about it, but let's talk about it. Now, here's the thing. Some of you may know, it's only been recently that I've really established my I'm in love with women mind. And turns out I really am. And it's actually quite unnerving. And we're going to get quite vulnerable here. And also a bit sexually explicit. So lock in. I can work my way around a cock. Let's be really fucking honest. Let's be really fucking honest here. I know what I'm doing with that schlong. Do you know what I mean? Slap it about a bit. I know where it's going. When it comes to vaginas, scary. And here's the thing. Everyone's like, you have one, you should know. But it's just a scary thing. It's a scary new venture. I've never touched a vagina before other than, my own. So what do you mean now I have to learn? But the same, do you know what I mean? I don't like the idea of not knowing what to do as well. It's quite a weird, I don't like that. I don't like the idea of not being like on top. Yeah, I'm the big Don. Because like I said, I can suck a dick. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, what was I saying? So it's just very unnerving and we're currently going through it. So if there's any lesbians in the chat or any non-lesbians that just, no, not men, because I don't really want to hear your advice about vaginas. But anyone in the chat that's like, hey, everyone's just messaging me. Oh, my pants need ironing. Anyway, anyone in the chat that's like, do you know what, Ayame? This. I will happily take your advice. Please give. Because it really is, it's such a weird thing. I'm literally almost 30. Why am I nervous? What do you mean? So weird. Anyway, that's this week's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Just kidding. There's nothing else that I need to speak about, though. Hold on, let me think about it. Fringe. I cut a fringe. I kissed a girl. My wig is gone. I'm cooking a lamb tonight. Oh, it's almost Christmas. Anyway, let's go to the agonies. How long have you been?
Like 7 minutes.
Been going.
Well, like 10.
10.
10-ish.
All right, agonies it is. Now, I'm going to get back into the other position because this is actually kind of cutting off circulation. Oh. Hi. Now. Oh. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's new. But the thing is, this doesn't go out. This goes out on the, 20th of December. Merry Christmas. 13th. Oh, no, because that's the guest episode, 13th.
No, then what's the 6th? Sorry, the 5th.
The 5th is a solo.
Have you already recorded that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So yeah, it's going out on the 19th.
Happy Christmas. This is out on the 19th of December. And here's the thing. It's also a weird thing. Not even the whole lesbian thing. My manager also has told me I can't say lesbian anymore. Apparently it's offensive. And this is my problem with you little woke snowflakes, okay? No. But you're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. You are a lesbian. And it's great. But then I thought to myself, because this is how my brain works. My manager said to me, you need to stop referring to lesbians as just lesbians. It's fetishizing them. And I said, but you're a lesbian. But they're lesbians. And then I sat in this chair and I thought, they're freaking lesbians. Why are they angry about being called lesbians? It's a USP. It's great. And then I thought, but Ayame, maybe they don't want to be referred to by their USP. Maybe they don't even want it to be a USP. Let's just normalize lesbians. And I thought, yeah, you're right. So now I'm just going to not refer to them as lesbians. And here's the thing for Donald Trump. I feel like Tokyo Tony. And here's the thing for Donald Trump. Do you see how I was able to take that? I was kind of like, what the frick? And then I thought about it. And then I stopped doing it to potentially stop offending people. Donald, if you're listening to this right now, stop being a twat. Me dead the next day. No! Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, agonies. God, I know. I'm gonna I feel like a rat. I feel like a fresh rat arse. Oh, agonies. God. Oh, ASMR. Hold on. Hold on. Jesus. Just hold on. Just wait a second, if you don't mind. I'll be right with you. Just give me one moment. Just one little measly second of your time. Oh, okay, got it. Right. Now, what did we have last week? Oh, seen it. Done. Now, this week. Oh. Now, I try to read it fresh with you guys. But sometimes when I open up the agony, I'll see one word that pops out. Currently, that one word is body dysmorphia. Lock in. Now, this one's from Rosemary Thyme. And they've spelt it thyme as in thyme, the herb. Now, as for a fake name, Rosemary Thyme, like Rosemary and Thyme, the TV show. Do you remember that? Great. I'd rather you not. I'd rather you have done Rosemary Morris. Thyme. Or Alice Thyme. You know what I mean? Rosemary and Thyme is like saying, hi, my name's celery paprika. You know what I mean? Anyway. Hello, Ayame. Oh, God, I'm so tired. So I'll tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm really tired. So just, Rosemary, I love you, sweet angel, but I'm so tired right now. I was literally up late kissing girls. Oh, I'm such a rebel without a cause. But I was up late last night and I have to roast a lamb shoulder tonight. So I'm going to scream at you. Okay, sweet angel, but it's from a place of love. I've been and am going through some huge life changes, shedding some skin, you might say, including my ex-husband. Congratulations, Rosemary. Well done. Oh, house, hometown, and job. She's gotten rid of her husband, house, hometown, and job. The 3 H's in a job. I'm now in uni in my 30s studying to become a historian, just like your mum. It's so iconic. How do you know that? How do you know my mum's studying history? Is this my mum? Have I said it on the... Oh, she said it on the podcast. Oh, you're a big fan, Rosemary. Welcome. Oh, I love you, Rosemary. She is. I was just about to say just like my mum, but you said just like my mum. So then I got a bit freaked out and it stopped me for a second. But now we're going to be back in. Welcome. You're just like my mum. And she did it later than you. So you've got a couple years on her. She had a 3-year-old child in her 30s. So you're already winning. But I have some real issues with my self-confidence. Oh. I struggle a lot with body dysmorphia, and as a result, I've stopped weightlifting and started practicing yoga and swimming instead. But I still go through life considering every calorie I eat and worrying that my arse isn't round enough and so on. I also get imposter syndrome and feel like I don't deserve happiness. Rosemary. Stop. Stop right now. I'm going to finish it and then I'm going to get onto you. I've now met a man that I like, and I do not want my insecurities to get in the way of what might be a good thing. He's a few years younger than me, and that makes me feel very insecure about my age and my body. He's so fit, it's insane. And then I try to tell myself that he wouldn't be here if he didn't find me attractive. But how do I go into this dating thing without completely losing my mind? You will. You will lose your mind. But you'll get it back. With my ex-husband, I was so codependent on him that my entire identity revolved around him, and I do not want to have another relationship like that. So I just need some tips on how to stay grounded in dating, basically. You're a queen and I love you. Love from Rosemary. P.S. English is my second language, so I'm sorry if you don't like how I write, but you can shout it's okay. Rosemary, you darling. Your English is fantastic. I've had so many illiterates on here. Please, you're absolutely fine. Now, Rosemary, let's touch on a few points. Just going to roll up my sleeves. Sleeve rolling ASMR. Hold on. Can you hear that? Wow. Now, I struggle a lot with body dysmorphia. Don't we all? My question is, why have you stopped weightlifting and started yoga and swimming? Because you don't want to... Is it because you don't want to gain muscle because you're scared about being bigger? I mean... Sorry. Everyone's messaging me. Interesting. Now... I would say that I am rather confident. I don't think... Sorry, I'm just really popular. I don't think... And I don't expect that there'll ever be a moment or that... Okay. I don't expect that there'll ever be a moment where I am so completely... Right. I'm going to pause this now. It's actually this phone. Sorrel, piss off. Anyway, I don't think there'll ever be a moment where I'll be so completely, I don't know what the word is, where I won't calorie count or count a calorie. I think you should actually also always count calories, personally, not from like a losing weight perspective, but it's always good to kind of know what you're roughly taking in per day. If you're counting calories and saying, I've had 1,800 calories today and I really want this cookie but I won't because it's an extra 250, that's where it gets a bit of an issue. Unless of course you're doing it and then like it's like every day I've had 6 cakes, so maybe today I won't. Do you know what I mean? I think you should always monitor what you're eating. I don't think that's a bad thing. When it becomes obsessive and it becomes incredibly restrictive, that's the issue. I always count calories. I will always count calories. And it's also, you also have to remember, because I'm going to assume you're a woman or a feminine bodily thing. We, as females, have a different way in which we view ourselves based on our hormones. So there may be times in the month where you look at yourself and you're like, I like you. And there may be times in the month where you look at yourself and you're like, you dirty fucking disgusting rat. No one will ever love you, you dirty little bitch. And you've got to accept that those times will pass and it will just renew and renew and renew. As for your imposter syndrome, why don't you feel like you deserve happiness? Do you feel as though you're a bad person? Are you a bad person? Are you mean to others? Are you selfish? Do you I don't know, make other people feel awful? Do you hurt other people? I'd say that's the only reason you wouldn't deserve happiness. If you can answer no to all of those questions, then I would say you do deserve happiness. Get a fucking grip. And I also think, because I actually discovered, oh God, here's the thing with fringes as well. Are they itchy? Because mine's itchy. Mine itches. And I don't know whether it's because it's my curly hair so that it doesn't just drop it, like there's little bits that just curl to my forehead. But every time I'm like this. With happiness, I've discovered that the key to happiness is gratitude. Everyone clap. Everyone clap. They clapped. My team clapped. Thank you, guys. Because I think if you can always find something to be grateful for, you can always find something to be happy about. If you can always find something in your life, even if it's like, oh, me. What would you do if you hated your life? No, but even if it's like, oh, I hate the journey to work. I hate that I have to take this long of a journey to work. Instead you look at it as, oh, I get to go to work. I get to see all the people at work. Or I get to have this moment, even though I'm with other people, this time where I'm journeying to myself to kind of listen to my music, listen to a podcast, listen to Ayame We Trust, you know what I mean? If you can find small moments to be grateful for, you can find small moments to be happy about, and in turn those small moments become big bulks of just happy gratitude. So I'd say do that. And especially with your body dysmorphia, and I think I've said it on a pod before. No, I said it at the Glamour Women Empowerment Summit. If you ever struggle with like body love, I always, especially those times of the month, as I mentioned, where I think I'm a dirty, disgusting rat pig, I will go into my bedroom, look in my mirror, ideally naked if you can. If not, bra and knickers, and I'll pinpoint different parts of my body that I'm like, I like that. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I like the shape of this. It could literally be, oh, I like that I was able to lift that big bag of rice the other day. I'm really strong. Things like that. And if you're able to, and they snowball and become like lots of things. And you also have to know that, you also have to believe that if you're able to pinpoint those things, I'm speaking now about your new relationship. If you're able to look in the mirror and pinpoint those things, and you're able to speak about them confidently and say, do you know what? I love the shape of my hands. And I also love that my knees are like this. And I also love the shape of my breasts. And you say it and you believe it and you walk with that kind of conviction, then your new partner will also walk with that conviction, because why would they think any differently? Because you are the believer, you are the first believer, and you are the owner of said body. So of course you're right. Do you know what I mean? So if you make those confident statements, and they can be small things, but as I say, they'll grow into bigger things over time. For example, I really like the color of my toenails. I got a French tip toenail, and now I'm obsessed with my toenails. Your partner will be like, she's obsessed with her toenails. Maybe I should be obsessed with her toenails. Unless, like, he might have a foot fetish. That's also another conversation we can have for another day. But things like that, do you know what I mean? Or it's like, I like how smooth my legs are, or I like how not smooth my legs are because I like being rogue. Things like that. Oh. Anyway. So, that. Secondly, with your ex-husband, sorry, and this is a big thing, so I'm really going into depth with your one, my darling, but it helps. With your ex-husband, you were so codependent. You're not now because he's gone. And this is the new you. Like you said, you literally moved house, home, job, and husband. You're in a new era. So just because you were codependent then doesn't mean that you have to carry that into your new relationship or into your new era. See? Burpee. Sorry. Burped right in your ears, and it smells a bit like leek. Did you know that I got a croissant earlier today? And this is separate. I'm going to go back to your thing. But I got croissant earlier today, and it was a leek flavored croissant. It was like cheese and leek inside the croissant. And I thought, that's awful. I still ate it. It was lovely. But I thought, who thinks, oh, do you know what would be great in this croissant? Leek. Anyway. Yeah, as for your husband, in your entire identity, it won't now. Do you know what I mean? You just, I think what you should do is just spend a couple of moments in a day or a couple of minutes in an hour reaffirming, your backing for yourself, if that makes sense. And whether that's the moment where you're like in the mirror looking at yourself, or whether it's the moment of you just sitting there, not necessarily meditation, but you just sitting there and being like, okay, I like this. I am that bitch. I am Rosemary Tam. What the frick? And then you carry that, and you might have to do it regularly in order for it to last longer, if that makes sense. But you take those little moments to reaffirm yourself, and then you'll carry it into everything else. Now I'm going to be honest with you, sweetie. I'm going to be really honest with you, sweetie. If you carry on thinking that your man that you've met, this new one, is better than you, that you don't deserve him, and that he will leave you because he'll realize that he's better than you, all those things will come true. I hope you know, because he will be better than you, because you've made him believe he's better than you, because you in yourself don't believe that you are better than him. He will leave you because he thinks he's better than you. I think I've already said that. Long story short, you will make him believe that he is better than you. All from this. And it's nothing to do with you, yourself, as a person. It's literally everything that's going on in your head. So get a grip. Stop it. Just because he's fit does not mean he's better than you. You're also very leng, stupid. And so is he. And you're going to be great. And you're just going to get over it. And he's lucky to have you. You can say you're lucky to have him, but I'd never think a man is lucky. I mean, I never think a woman is lucky to have a man. I will never have that sentiment. A woman is lucky to have a man. And this is when you hear those speeches, those like bride speeches, and it's like, I'm so blessed that I met my Connor. No, you're not. I would be nothing without my Layden. Yes, you would. A woman is never lucky to have a man. A man is always lucky to have a woman. Remember that. Next one. How long were we going for?
25.
Oh, slay. Last one. Okay.
Not Layden.
Layden. But it's true. I always think, what the hell are you talking about? You're lucky to have your man. Weird. Anyway, Layden. Also, I was thinking, I was listening to We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande. Is that about the weirdo guy with the teeth?
It's about her ex-husband.
Mac Miller?
No.
Oh.
The other one.
She got married?
Yeah.
She got married?
Yeah.
When?
3 years, 4 years?
For how long?
Like probably like 2 years.
Oh my God.
It's really sad.
Why?
Because he cheated on her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, poor love.
Yeah. Bless her.
Anyway, Ariana, if you're listening to this, great song. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You tried to twang me here with your fake name. The surname is Jas. The first name is Hugh. Hugh Jas. I can't lie. That was actually a really good one. I will say that's one of my favorites because that was smart. Well done. Huge ass. Oh no, Hugh Jas. Here we go. So, girl, I've been seeing this guy for several months. Are you gay? We'll find out. I've been seeing this guy for several months. We don't seem to be headed anywhere because we talk, but it's always surface level yapping. We never speak in depth about feelings or anything like that. He's not asked to be together, and it's been easily 3 months. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. I've met his mum, doesn't matter. And we go out and get along so well, doesn't matter. And he comes and visits me at work, doesn't matter. I'm a bartender. You've put she, but you said guy. I'm going to say they. Oh, I'm a bartender, so they'll come and sit and yap and have a beer. So they get free beer. I've talked to him. maybe they're just gender fluid. I don't know what's going on here. I've talked to them about how I feel saying, hey, where are we headed? And they say, towards a relationship. But it's been 3 months. Towards a relationship? And it feels like we're walking backwards. What do you think, girl? They seem kind of nervous, but girl, they're like Velcro stuck to me when I'm around them. And when I'm gone and not their house, it may be a few days before we talk again. Few days before we talk again, or if we do, it's a quick, hey, thinking of you. It's odd because I'm going to assume it's a man. I'm going to assume you're a straight woman and he's a man. But please, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's odd because he comes to see my family and asks me to come see his, but we're not together. What you think? I think if you were fully secure in this relationship and he was the man for you, you would not be messaging me right now. You would not be writing to me. And I'm sure when you're together, he's lovely. You've met his mum. That's great. Do you know how many men have met my mum? I fling my mum around like a whore. And I love that woman. I love that woman so goddamn much. But so many people have met her. Like, it's not a sacred thing for me. Like, as other people. I know there's people that like, you want to meet my mum? My mum is literally... She's met half of the planet. What do you mean I have to wait a couple of dates before? You'll meet my mum. And here's the thing. The reason as well you'll meet my mum, because I know my mum's amazing. So I want you to also experience that amazingness. Do you know what I mean? And same with my dad. I've flung that man around like a big old slut. He's met several boyfriends. Do you know why? Because my mum and dad understand that I will have several relationships and they'll meet all of them. And do you know what I mean? So, the fact that you met his mum doesn't matter. His mum's probably a whore like mine. The fact that he wants you to meet his family and he wants to meet yours, he may just be a narcissist weirdo. I think the main thing is, also, here's the thing, and I was having a conversation with someone about this the other day and I can't remember who. Oh, I can't remember who, but I won't bait them out. Anyway, they were saying that they're in a relationship or they're in a talking stage. And I was like, okay, how long have you been in said talking stage? A couple of months, let's say. Weird to me. Because to me, and they've confirmed that they're exclusive. To me, once you confirm that you're exclusive, once we have the conversation, like I have a conversation with you, you have a conversation with me, where I say, hey, are you fucking other people? Are you speaking to other people? Are you giving other people your love, time, and affection? And they say, no, you are mine, I am yours. Do you know what I mean? Because what more do we need to do? What more, like we can spend the relationship or the boyfriend and girlfriend stage getting to know each other. Because I hate this whole idea. That before you become boyfriend and girlfriend with someone, you have to know them inside out. Fuck you. Absolutely not. Because then what happens when you get engaged? What happens when you get married? It's every stage of relationship is all a process of learning about the other person. So what do you mean we have to go through several months of getting to know each other before we're officially girlfriend and boyfriend? We're girlfriend and boyfriend from the first date. Now, hey, because I know I've been on a couple dates. It applies to me, is all I'm going to say. Because that's how I view it. But maybe that's just how I view it. If I confirm that I'm not talking to anyone else, I'm not sleeping with anyone else, and I'm not interested in anyone else, you are mine, I am yours. End of. So if you've confirmed that you're exclusive with said man, I think you can just tell him, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Because here's the thing as well. Come on, ladies. What are we going to do? Leave saving the world to the men? I don't think so. I think what you should do, sweet huge ass, is tell this man or have the conversation. Here's what I would do. Have the conversation. Are you exclusive to me? Are you fucking other people? Yes or no? Don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. Are you kissing other people? Are you speaking to other people? Are you interested in speaking to anyone else other than me? If the answer is anything but no, you then say to that man, okay, so it's confirmed. You are my boyfriend. I am your girlfriend. That's it. You give them no room for, hey, but hold on, let's not rush. Rush what? Do you care for me? Are we having sex? You might actually not be having sex. You might be Mormon. They're everywhere these days. Anyway, let's not rush it is a stupid excuse. I will continue to get to know you. And do you know what can happen? Worst case, We break up because there's nothing to lose now. I've met your family. You've met my mum. I've met yours. What is there to lose? You're now my boyfriend. I think you should just go ahead and tell them, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. If you have a problem with their communication skills, then I will say, a couple months down the line, you will break up because it's not going to work. Because if you specified to them already, I don't like your communication skills, and they haven't put in the effort to change it, let me be honest, it's not going to change. And then you're going to end up breaking up. So it's really just a conversation you have to have with yourself as to, I'm going to burp. Did you hear the rumble before the burp? There was like a... Now, like I said, it's a conversation you have to have with yourself as to, one, whether you actually want to be with someone that you already feel uneasy with, like even during this talking stage. Because I think people forget that even though it's a talking stage, you still owe each other respect. You still owe each other, these are what I expect from this talking stage, and I would like you to either agree or disagree that you can achieve them. Because if you can't, well, I'll go my merry way. That's fine. But if you can, you work to do it. And the fact that he said, I want to get to know you, that's him confirming, I'll work to do it. And the fact that he isn't shows, I don't give a frickin' fruik. I've made a new one. Frickin' fruik. I don't give a frickin' fruik about you. I prefer hoot and heck. I don't give a hoot and heck about you. And so you really have to decide whether you want him. And if you do want him, then you tell him, you're my boyfriend. Let's take the power back. I hate that. That felt really millennial. But let's take the power back, ladies. Let's girl boss it. What the frick do you mean I'm waiting for him to tell me this is how, when I was in my last relationship, we won't talk about it. But I told him, you're my boyfriend now. And we lasted for 2 years. Till I broke up with him. Anyway, that has been today's show. Oh, bye, huge ass. That has been today's show. I've been Ayame. I'm freaking tired. I've got to go roast a lamb. So I'm gonna scoot. I'll let you know how the lamb goes. I'll see you next week. Piss off. Love you.